Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you are having a sensational one out there. I appreciate you stopping on in today. And I apologize because my throat is like hurting. So my voice, I apologize if it sounds a little bit different. But today we're listening to Low. We are returning to the band, this time with their 11th studio albums, Ones and Sixes, released in 2015. We're going to listen to the track Gentle. Do not go gently into that night. Anyways, this is the first track on the album, and we're listening to this because it was suggested and sponsored by Yoku Fleur. So thank you so much for the recommendation. I really appreciate the continued support as well. We've listened to some Low. I've enjoyed them. Found them high and low. Let's go ahead. I was trying to make a pun, but it's not happening. Let's listen to the track. We'll discuss it a little bit after while I sip on my tea with some honey in it. Here we go. And hopefully the tea is gentle in my throat because it's like I had to let it sit here for a while because it was too hot. I just need to let it not get lukewarm, but just a little warm. You know what I mean? Here we go. Is gone, all of a sudden you hear that silence. That's tingling. This section when the melodies are filled in a little bit more, but still leave space. But this is where we'll stand.
Place, feel my breath slipping away, kills me.
That's a gentle intro into this album and a gentle kind of alleyway into what I can only assume is kind of the streets and the cityscape of this album when you're getting into it. With Low, from what I've listened to them from the band, I really enjoyed the minute details of how they build these electronic soundscapes with, I'm going to sound very layman's terms, but the blips and the creeps, the all the different sounds that are happening and creeping and crawling and scattering and moving in the background of the music. It's like when you see videos of like a microscopic anything and you're watching those microbes and the small things moving and they're just like kind of moving in the background. It's like that's what I'm seeing and kind of hearing here with the different sounds that are occurring back there. And they're always interesting to listen to if you really listen to what they're doing back there. And for example, here, you have the very simplistic beat, the very simplistic rhythm. It's very straightforward. But on the underside, on the underbelly of that beat, there's that kind of crunchy, kind of like bit crush distortion underneath it, which is really like it adds a certain kind of impact, a certain kind of electronic distortion to the music, a staticky kind of feel, which is further enhanced by the tingling sensations of the melodies when those would come in. Because even when it first came in, let me pull it back here really quick. All right, as the beat comes in, it becomes more full. Even beneath that keyboard line, right, the ba ba, even beneath that, there's a staticky kind of distortion, kind of like the ending, how that signal is coming in and out. So they're constantly playing with not only just the normal layers of music with rhythm and the melodies and the keys and the drums and whatever, but even beneath that, there's a level of production that's happening which adds to the entire ambience of the space that they're working with, which I think is really interesting from how they do that and how they build that so organically. Like, hear that little echo, there's still a little distortion on them. And even behind that, there's almost like this is bringing me back to my FL Studio days. Like, they put the main line of that melody, the da da, they put that line there. They give it the pad that gives it the extra sound that we mentioned. But then it's almost like they copy and paste that, Control C, Control V, do another layer. But like, I don't know, they add something to it. So it makes it that much more encompassing when that main melody plays. Like, they're just doing a lot of work in just, something simple like that. Now, there is one thing I didn't like in this track. First, I didn't like the verse that much, to be honest. When they're just kind of singing like this. That's just me. I just don't always enjoy that kind of stilted, sing directly syllabic with the rhythm and everything. Ba ba. My throat. I'm sorry. Ba ba. Like, I just didn't like that. It just doesn't flow. I'm looking for flow, and that doesn't flow. That's stilted. Ba ba. It's just like that. However, when it gets into the chorus, then they start to flow a little bit more. They go off a little bit, right? Right. Yeah. Here, they're singing now, right? It's just a personal thing. That's just what I enjoyed. However, the song really got good when the unexpected big kick 808 or whatever comes in. Hopefully, I don't know if it's as apparent without headphones or a good speaker system, but oh, I just skipped it. Yeah, here. And that's also when Mimi starts to actually sing that extended outro verse, which it brings everything that I like and enjoy together in that outro. And I think that is a fantastic build up to that point, and then to release it there at the end. Now, of course, the build up and the climax may not felt as climactic if it wasn't for that kind of stilted delivery. But listen, I say what I say and I mean what I said. But that ending is fantastic. Gentle, middle, quiet, narrow, careful, measure, tortured, stable. Now, if you just read the words, you kind of have to fill in between the lines and to understand what they're probably saying, right? Okay, gentle, whatever we're talking about. Middle, quiet, narrow. Careful, be measured, but then it's tortured, now we're stable. So there is a progression that's happening here. It doesn't have to end this way, but this is where we stand. Like, now we're at the stable part, perhaps. Maybe this is relating to a relationship of sort. These are the stages of that relationship. Conscious, watching, waiting, silence, listen, hello, not communication, blessing, a happy communication, treading lightly, like be careful. Doesn't have to end this way, but this is where we stand. So this relationship or whatever's happening here, as the lyrics describe, is definitely, at this point, treading upon careful waters. Hell could be a colder place. Feel my breath slipping away. It kills me, even so I stay. I will listen to what you say, right? This all relates so perfectly to these lines from the first and second verse. Hell could be a colder place. Feel my breath slipping away. It kills me, even so I stay. So even still I say, and I listen to what you say. Just like, yeah, there's good times, but if at some point in the relationship you're described as tortured, so that's what I kind of feel like it's about. It's the relationship is gentle in a way, but there's a lot of pain involved also. Hell could be a colder place. Could it be colder than us? Ooh, I don't know. That's harsh. Let me know what you guys thought, of course, of the track in the comments down below. Yurku, thank you so much for the recommendation and for the support. I really appreciate that. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you as always for stopping by, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.